The royal family is preparing to say a final goodbye to one of its most respected and admired members. Catherine, Duchess of Kent, passed away at the age of 92, closing a remarkable chapter in modern royal history. Her death was announced from Kensington Palace, where she had lived for many years, and tributes have poured in from across the United Kingdom and abroad. The Duchess held a unique place within the monarchy. She was not only the oldest living member of the royal family, but also a figure who quietly shaped public life with compassion, kindness, and humility. What made her especially distinctive was her Catholic faith, which guided her life and is shaping her funeral arrangements. Buckingham Palace confirmed that her funeral will take place on the 16th of September at Westminster Cathedral. This is not only a solemn occasion, but also a moment of historical importance. It will be the first Catholic funeral for a senior member of the royal family in modern history. The service will be a Requiem Mass, led by Cardinal Vincent Nichols, the head of the Catholic Church in England and Wales. The Anglican Dean of Windsor will also play a role, reflecting both traditions and the Duchess's position within the royal household. The King and Queen will be present alongside other senior royals to pay their respects. The ceremony will remain private, in line with the wishes of the Duchess and her family. After the funeral service, the coffin will be taken to the royal burial ground at Frogmore in Windsor, where generations of royals have been laid to rest. In the days leading up to the funeral, there are traditions that will be observed. The Duchess's coffin will rest at the chapel within Kensington Palace until the evening before the service. At that time, it will be transferred to Westminster Cathedral. According to Catholic custom, a service will be held for the reception of the coffin, attended only by her closest family members. Overnight, the coffin will remain in the Lady Chapel of the cathedral before the Requiem Mass the following afternoon. The Duchess of Kent is survived by her husband, Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, who is now 90 years old. The couple had been married for more than 6 decades and shared a deep bond. Together they raised 3 children, 2 sons and a daughter, who, along with grandchildren, remain her legacy. There has been speculation about the attendance of Prince Harry, who is due to be in the United Kingdom for charity events in the same week. While it is not confirmed whether he will extend his stay for the funeral, the gathering is expected to bring together many senior royals. It will be a moment of unity and remembrance for a family that has endured change and loss in recent years. Tributes have been heartfelt and widespread. The Prince and Princess of Wales described her as a much-missed member of the family who dedicated her life to helping others. They highlighted her love for music and her tireless efforts to share that passion with children. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer also paid his respects, saying that the Duchess of Kent brought compassion, dignity, and humanity to everything she did. His words reflected the widespread view that she was a figure of quiet strength, far removed from the ceremonial glamour often associated with royalty. Much of her legacy lies in her service outside the traditional royal duties. The Duchess had a lifelong passion for music and education. For a period of time, she taught at a primary school in Hull, where the children knew her only as Mrs. Kent. Many of her pupils had no idea they were being taught by a member of the royal family. To her, the focus was not on her status, but on the power of music to inspire and uplift young lives. Her charitable commitments were equally impressive. She was a supporter of Childline, the well-known helpline for children in distress, and The Passage, a charity that helps homeless people in Westminster. Her work was often away from the spotlight, carried out with quiet dedication rather than ceremony. For the wider public, the Duchess of Kent became most familiar through her long association with Wimbledon. She was a regular presence at the tennis championships, presenting trophies and supporting players. Her warmth and humanity were perhaps most memorably seen in 1993, when she comforted the Czech player Jana Novotná after her heartbreaking defeat in the final. That simple act of compassion was broadcast worldwide and became one of the most touching moments in Wimbledon history. Tributes from the world of tennis have been heartfelt. Martina Navratilova, posted a picture of herself with the Duchess, noting how she had touched millions of people around the world in positive ways. For players and fans alike, the Duchess was a symbol of grace, empathy, and true sportsmanship. In her later years, Catherine, Duchess of Kent, chose to step back from public royal life. She sought a quieter existence, devoting her time to faith, family, and the causes she cared about most. Yet even as she withdrew from official duties, her influence remained strong. Those who worked with her, whether in education, charities, or sport, remembered her as approachable, warm, and deeply committed. Her Catholic faith was central to her life and is central to her farewell. The funeral at Westminster Cathedral marks a historic moment, showing both the personal conviction of the Duchess and the evolving traditions of the monarchy. While royal funerals are usually held in Anglican settings, such as St. George's Chapel in Windsor, her service will take place in the largest Catholic cathedral in the country. This decision reflects her devotion and will stand as a symbol of inclusivity within the royal family. For many, the passing of the Duchess of Kent is not just the loss of a royal figure, but the farewell to a woman who made a difference through humility and service. She was not driven by attention or grandeur, but by a desire to help others and remain true to her beliefs. As her coffin is carried into Westminster Cathedral and later laid to rest at Frogmore, it will mark the end of a long life filled with compassion and dedication. For her family, it is the farewell to a beloved wife, mother, and grandmother. For the public, it is a reminder that behind the titles and ceremonies, there was a woman of great humanity. Her legacy will live on in the lives she touched through music, education, charity, and kindness. The words most often used about her, compassion, dignity, humility, summarize a life well lived. She will be remembered not only as the Duchess of Kent, but as a woman who made a lasting impact by being true to herself and her faith. This final goodbye at Westminster Cathedral will be both historic and deeply personal. It is a moment to honor Catherine, Duchess of Kent, for her service, her kindness, and the example she leaves behind. Her passing closes a chapter in royal history, but her legacy will continue in the hearts of those she inspired.